Stop expecting someone to fix your life. Stop hoping that one day, someone will rescue you. Nobody is coming. And the moment you accept that, is the moment your power begins. Many people live in hope instead of action. They wait for support, luck, motivation, or opportunity. But success doesn't respond to waiting, it responds to responsibility. The day you understand that your growth depends on you alone, everything changes. When you stop expecting rescue and start building daily habits, your life shifts from excuses to execution. And that is where transformation begins. Before anything in your life can truly change, something inside you must shift first. Not your job. Not your city. Not the people around you. Your mindset. Because every transformation begins with a decision, and every decision begins with the way you think. If you continue to believe that your circumstances are the reason you are stuck, then you will remain stuck. But the moment you decide that you are responsible for where you are and where you are going, everything begins to move. It is easy to blame your past. Maybe you didn't grow up with advantages. Maybe you made mistakes. Maybe you trusted the wrong people. But your past is a lesson, not a life sentence. If you keep looking backward with blame, you will never move forward with power. Your past may explain you, but it does not define you. What defines you is the decision you make today. It is easy to blame your family. Perhaps they didn't support your dreams. Perhaps they didn't understand your vision. Perhaps they themselves were limited by fear and doubt. But blaming them will not build your future. At some point, maturity means accepting that while you did not choose your starting point, you are fully responsible for your direction. You cannot control how you began, but you can absolutely control how you continue. It is easy to blame your situation, the economy, your boss, your lack of resources, your environment. But history is filled with people who rose from worse conditions than yours. The difference was not their circumstances, it was their decision to take ownership. When you say, "This is happening because of them," you give your power away. When you say, "This is happening because of my choices," you take your power back. Say it clearly without hesitation. My life is my responsibility. Not partly, not sometimes, completely. When you own your results, you gain control over your future results. Ownership is not about guilt, it is about growth. It is not about punishing yourself, it is about empowering yourself. Because if it is your fault, then it is also within your ability to fix. Ownership gives you control. And control gives you power. Power to change your habits. Power to upgrade your skills. Power to shift your mindset. Power to build discipline. When you accept responsibility, excuses lose their influence over you. Complaints become pointless. Blame becomes irrelevant. You stop waiting for rescue and start building solutions. The strongest people in the world are not those with the easiest lives. They are those who decided, no matter what happens, I am responsible for my response. And that is where real strength lies, in your response. You cannot control every event, but you can control your reaction. You cannot rewrite yesterday, but you can redesign tomorrow. The moment you accept full responsibility, is the moment you stop being a victim of circumstances, and start becoming the architect of your destiny. And that decision, that powerful, courageous decision, is where your new life truly begins. Your future is not created in one dramatic moment. It is built quietly, in the small decisions you make every single day. The life you will live 5 years from now is hidden inside your daily routine today. Not in your big dreams. Not in your motivational speeches. Not in your plans. In your habits. What you repeatedly do is what you ultimately become. If your routine is weak, your results will be weak. If your routine is strong, your future will be strong. Look honestly at your day. If you wake up late, rush through your morning, scroll on your phone for hours, avoid learning new skills, and delay important tasks, why would you expect extraordinary results? Ordinary actions create ordinary lives. If nothing changes in your daily behavior, nothing changes in your future. Success is not random. It is scheduled. It shows up for people who show up for themselves consistently. The powerful truth is this. You do not need to change everything at once. You need to start small, but you need to start consistently. Waking up just 1 hour earlier can completely shift your life. That one quiet hour in the morning can become your advantage. While others are sleeping, you are planning. While others are scrolling, you are growing. Mornings set the tone for discipline. When you win the morning, you build momentum for the day. Exercise daily, even if it is only 20 minutes. Your body and mind are connected. When your body feels strong, your confidence rises. When your energy increases, your productivity improves. Discipline in the gym builds discipline in life. You prove to yourself that you can do hard things. And that belief begins to spread into every other area. Read just 10 pages a day. 10 pages may seem small, but over a year that becomes thousands of pages. That becomes dozens of books. That becomes knowledge most people will never gain because they are too distracted. Reading strengthens your thinking. It expands your perspective. It upgrades your mindset. Leaders are readers because growth begins in the mind. Small habits feel insignificant in the moment. Skipping one workout does not feel dangerous. Wasting 1 hour online does not feel destructive, but repeated daily, those small actions shape your identity. Habits are votes for the type of person you are becoming. Every time you wake up early, you vote for discipline. Every time you read instead of scroll, you vote for growth. Every time you exercise instead of procrastinate, you vote for strength. You do not rise to your goals, you fall to your habits. Big dreams without daily structure lead to frustration. But small, consistent improvements lead to transformation. 1% better every day may not look impressive, but over time it creates a completely different person. Change your routine, and you change your direction. Protect your mornings, guard your time, build simple systems. Success does not require perfection, it requires consistency. When your daily habits improve, your confidence improves. When your confidence improves, your standards rise. And when your standards rise, your life follows. Your future is waiting inside your routine. Change your habits, and you change your life. Motivation is exciting. It gives you a rush of energy. It makes you feel unstoppable for a moment. You watch a powerful video, hear an inspiring speech, and suddenly you feel ready to conquer the world. But here is the truth most people learn too late: motivation is a feeling, and feelings are unstable. They rise and fall. They depend on mood, environment, sleep, and circumstances. If you build your future on motivation alone, your progress will be inconsistent. Some days you will move forward, many days you will not move at all. Discipline is different. Discipline does not ask how you feel. Discipline asks what needs to be done. It is a decision, not an emotion. It is a commitment you make to yourself long before results appear. When you rely on discipline, you remove the drama from success. You stop negotiating with your excuses. You stop waiting for the perfect mood. You simply execute. Doing the work when you feel inspired is easy. Anyone can work hard when they feel good. The real test of character is doing the work when you are tired, when you are bored, when you are discouraged, when no one is watching. That is where discipline separates winners from dreamers. It is easy to go to the gym when energy is high. It is powerful to go when your body feels heavy. It is easy to study when the exam is tomorrow. It is powerful to study months before anyone else even starts. The pain of discipline is real, but it is short-lived. Waking up early when your bed feels comfortable is uncomfortable. Saying no to distractions is uncomfortable. Choosing healthy habits over easy pleasure is uncomfortable. But that discomfort fades quickly. What lasts is the reward: strength, confidence, progress, self-respect. The pain of regret is different. Regret does not fade quickly, it grows. It whispers questions that are hard to ignore. What if I had tried harder? What if I had stayed consistent? What if I had believed in myself? Years can pass, but regret can still feel fresh. It weighs heavy because it represents potential that was never used. Discipline may cost you comfort today, but regret can cost you peace tomorrow. If nobody pushes you, you must push yourself. Waiting for someone else to hold you accountable is a dangerous habit. Self-leadership is the foundation of success. When you become your own coach, your own motivator, your own standard of excellence, you become unstoppable. You do not need applause to perform. You do not need reminders to act. You move because you decided to move. Discipline builds identity. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence grows. Every time you follow through, you strengthen your character. Over time, discipline becomes who you are, not just something you do. And when discipline becomes part of your identity, success stops being accidental. It becomes inevitable. Motivation may start the journey, but discipline finishes it. Choose discipline. Choose consistency. Choose the temporary discomfort that builds permanent strength. Because in the end, the life you want belongs to the person who showed up, even on the days they did not feel like it. The world does not reward intentions. It does not reward ideas that stay trapped in your mind. It rewards value. And value comes from what you can offer that others cannot easily replicate. The more skilled you are, the more doors open for you. The fewer skills you have, the more limitations you face. Life is transactional in this sense: the more value you bring, the more opportunities, income, and respect you receive. If you want a better life, it starts with building your skills. You cannot hope for a higher income, better opportunities, or greater influence without first improving yourself. The shortcut does not exist. The wealthy, the successful, and the influential have one thing in common: they constantly invest in their skills. They understand that a diploma or a title is not enough. What matters is the ability to solve problems, to create solutions, to lead, and to communicate effectively. Every skill you master is a tool you can use to elevate yourself and those around you. Communication is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. If you cannot clearly express your ideas, persuade others, or negotiate, your opportunities will always be limited. Strong communication opens doors in business, relationships, and leadership. It allows people to see your vision and be inspired to follow it. The ability to speak, write, and listen effectively is not just a professional skill, it is a life skill that influences every area of your existence. Leadership is another critical skill. Leadership is not about titles, it is about influence and responsibility. A leader takes initiative, guides others, and creates systems that produce results. Developing leadership skills means learning how to inspire, how to make difficult decisions, and how to be accountable. Leadership skills give you the confidence to step into bigger roles, to take calculated risks, and to create opportunities that others cannot. In today's digital world, digital skills are no longer optional, they are essential. Whether it is coding, social media marketing, data analysis, or digital design, knowing how to operate and leverage technology can exponentially increase your value. Businesses, careers, and even personal projects are increasingly dependent on technology. Those who are digitally literate can adapt faster, innovate more effectively, and solve problems that others cannot. Business thinking is another skill that transforms lives. Understanding how money flows, how markets operate, and how to create value allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Business thinking is about problem solving, strategy, and decision making. It trains your mind to act ways that generate results, not just activity. Those who master this skill can create independent sources of income, grow companies, and even influence industries. Working harder on yourself than you do on your job is the ultimate principle of self-investment. Jobs can provide income, but your skills provide freedom. Your skills are portable. They can travel with you. They cannot be taken away. Every hour you spend improving yourself compounds over time. Skills create opportunities that no one can take away. Skills allow you to rise above limitations. Skills make you indispensable. The more you invest in yourself, the less you depend on luck, chance, or other people. Your growth becomes unstoppable, because it is rooted in your ability to produce value in the world. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do. Every action, every decision, every success or failure begins in your mind. What you think shapes how you feel, and how you feel shapes what you do. If your mind is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, your actions will reflect that. If your mind is focused, disciplined, and positive, your actions will reflect that as well. Your thoughts are not harmless. They are powerful forces that create your reality. Protecting your mindset is not optional, it is essential if you want to build a strong, successful life. The first step in protecting your mindset is to stop negative self-talk. Pay attention to the voice inside your head. When it says, "I can't do this," "I'm not good enough," or "this is too hard," you are feeding a narrative that limits your potential. Negative self-talk acts like poison. It slowly erodes your confidence, your motivation, and your ability to take action. Every time you catch yourself thinking this way, replace the thought with one that empowers you. Remind yourself of your capabilities, your past successes, and your potential to grow. Your inner dialogue can be your strongest ally or your worst enemy. Choose carefully. Another major threat to your mindset is constant comparison. When you measure yourself against others, you distract yourself from your own journey. Social media amplifies this problem because it shows the highlight reels of other people's lives while hiding their struggles. Comparing yourself to others creates envy, self-doubt, and frustration. Instead, focus on your own progress no matter how small. Your path is unique, and the only person you need to compete with is the person you were yesterday. Comparison steals energy and focus. Protect your mind by redirecting it to your own growth. Stop feeding your mind garbage content. The information you consume shapes your thinking. If you constantly watch negativity, gossip, or meaningless entertainment, your mindset becomes shallow, reactive, and distracted. Your brain is like a garden. Whatever you plant will grow. Feed it with the wrong content, and weeds of fear, doubt, and laziness take root. Feed it with growth, focused, empowering, and educational content, and your mind becomes fertile ground for success. Feed your brain intentionally. Read books that expand your knowledge, sharpen your thinking, and inspire action. Surround yourself with mentors who uplift you, challenge you, and teach you principles you can apply in real life. Consume content that motivates, educates, and empowers rather than distracts or depresses. Your environment, both physical and mental, shapes the quality of your thoughts. Guard it carefully. A strong mindset equals a strong life. When your thoughts are disciplined, positive, and focused, your actions naturally align with your goals. Obstacles become opportunities. Setbacks become lessons. Challenges become tests that strengthen you. By protecting your mind, you create a foundation that cannot be shaken by temporary failures, negativity, or outside circumstances. Your mindset is your most valuable asset. Without it, skills, discipline, and habits will have limited effect. With it, even small efforts compound into massive results. Protect it, nurture it, feed it daily. The life you want starts in your mind, and your future depends on the thoughts you allow to take root today. Too many people believe that planning alone is enough. They spend hours crafting the perfect schedule, writing detailed to-do lists, and imagining how their life will look once everything is aligned. But planning without execution is nothing more than wishful thinking. Dreams do not work unless you do. Talking about your goals, sharing your plans with others, Or posting motivational quotes online may make you feel productive, but it does not move you closer to success. Progress is measured by action, not intention. The difference between someone who achieves their goals and someone who doesn't is not talent, luck, or resources, it is action. Consistent, massive action is what separates winners from dreamers. Taking action is not always glamorous. Often, it is repetitive, boring, and uncomfortable. It may not feel exciting at first, and there will be days when your motivation is low, when fatigue weighs on your body, when doubt whispers in your mind. But success does not come to those who wait for inspiration. Success comes to those who show up, day after day, regardless of how they feel. The work you do consistently, even in small increments, compounds over time. A single action may seem insignificant, but repeated daily, it builds momentum, confidence, and skill. Consistency is the key. Executing daily is what turns ideas into reality. It is not enough to work hard one day and relax the next. It is not enough to put in effort when things feel easy. Real growth happens when you push yourself to act even when it is uncomfortable, even when no one notices, and even when results are slow to appear. Life rewards persistence. When you combine discipline with massive action, your results begin to multiply exponentially. Action also builds confidence. Every time you take a step forward, you reinforce the belief that you are capable. You create proof for yourself that you can accomplish what you set out to do. In contrast, inaction breeds doubt. The more you wait, the heavier your fear grows. Momentum is the secret ingredient. When you move, the universe responds. Opportunities appear. Solutions are discovered. Challenges that once seemed impossible become manageable. But none of this happens for those who only plan or talk. They only dream. The truth is simple: success belongs to those who move, not those who wait. Waiting for the perfect time, the perfect resources, or the perfect conditions is a trap. There will never be a perfect moment. If you want to change your life, you must start now. Even imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. Take the first step, then the next, then the next. Build momentum. Massive action is not a one-time event, it is a lifestyle. Every great achievement in history began with someone who decided to move when others hesitated, to act when others procrastinated, and to persist when others gave up. Take control of your destiny by showing up consistently, executing daily, and refusing to wait for external validation. Let your work, your results, and your momentum speak for you. In the end, action is the only language that success understands, and those who speak it fluently will shape their lives, no matter the obstacles. Nobody is coming to save you, and that is not bad news. It means the power is in your hands. You are not helpless. You are capable. The moment you start waiting, and start building, is the moment your life begins to change. Build yourself, discipline yourself, upgrade yourself, and let your results speak.